What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Xander. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome for the first time on this channel a Gears of War 5 video, or a Gears of War video in general. And today I'm talking about 8 guns I would like to see in Gears 5. Now, all of these guns are featured in Gears of War Judgment. I think Gears of War Judgment is the only game which has all 8 of these in. So yeah. Also, if I miss any that you want in the game, make sure to tell me down below. It's fairly simple, and I might add it into a separate list, or you know, just let other people check. You might like the comment and then I'll see it, and I'll heart it as well. If you find one that I haven't put in which is actually good, don't put in the Vulcan. The Vulcan is not a good gun. But anyway, number 8 is going to be the Mortar. A pretty strong weapon, shall we say. It's a heavy weapon, which is something we need more of in Gears, I think, since they've taken out 2 since previous games, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, the Mortar was used to take down buildings, which was could you say primarily used? Pretty much, yeah. They were mainly used by the Locust, which were to take down loads of buildings and to get COG out into the open so they can be ambushed and stranded as well, because you know, Locusts just want you dead if you're not one of their own, so they'll even kill the Lambert versions and the Savage versions. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. If you don't know what a mortar is, look it up. I can't really explain it better than that. They just fire big explosives into the sky, and then they land and rinse everything. Number 7 is the One-Shot. The only other heavy weapon in this list. The One-Shot was effectively a big two-handed sniper, which you had to bloody be behind cover to use because it was so heavy, right? And pretty much doesn't matter where you hit someone, you're gonna kill him, unless it's like a big boss like General Ram. Then again, you wouldn't face General Ram with one, but like, unless it's like something massive, you're gonna kill him regardless. And in multiplayer it's so fun. However, I can understand why some people want it, just because, you know, people might camp and then might get a bit annoying, but you know, what do you expect? It's a sick weapon. And I need more heavies because they're so fun. So that's pretty much it for that one. Now, the number 6 spot is going to be the Gorgon pistol. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Why do you want that? It's a pistol. We've got the Talon. They're pretty similar. Alright though. I mean, it would be nice, especially if you're playing as a Cantus, to use one. And also, they were bloody effective. Like, imagine an Enforcer and a Talon had a child who was older than both of them. That's what the Gorgon pistol is. And it had decent range at the cost of recoil, which was pretty uncontrollable if you weren't good. And I thought it was quite a cool weapon. I actually used it to complete the campaign of Gears of War Judgment. I kept it for as long as I could, and I primarily used that and one of the guns which is coming up next, which is the Bushka, which is in the 5th spot. Now, the Bushka was a UIR weapon, one that Paddock even mentions in Judgment. I can't remember what it means in their language or whatever, but it is something about exploding, and it's pretty dope. You know, it's like fires a grenade which ricochets off walls and then explodes, which is a one hit on direct hits, let me tell you. And it was very effective, very sexy, and we don't really have many UIR guns. In fact, we literally just have the Markzer, and it's changed over the years, and I can't say I'm too happy with that, because in Judgment it was better, in my opinion. Because it may have been worse, but it just felt nice to have a proper good scope on that. That's pretty much all I've got for the Bushka. But in number 4 spot is another weapon I loved in the campaign, and I just thought it was so sick, especially for the execution. It's gonna be the Scorcher. If you remember this gun, make sure you put it down below, yeah, because this was an absolute beast. If you get done pre-fired around the corner, that is it, you're gone. And it was the only, like, sure, we got incendiary grenades, but I don't know, they're just sort of handheld Scorcher bombs, really. And I think a flamethrower would be a nice addition, considering I don't think our gun selection is bad in Gears 5. Like, let's just get that straight. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's ideal. Because why take out guns? People would be more happy to just add them in. So yeah, other than that, there's not much to say about the Scorcher, really. It's just fucking awesome. I'm probably going to get demonetized, not for swearing, but because of this gameplay. Also, don't roast me in the comments saying how shit I am. I know I'm bad at these games. Gears 5 and Gears 4, I'm a little better. But these old games, I primarily played campaign and survival or horde, depending on what was in the game. So yeah, let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is going to be the Digger. And if you didn't know what the Digger was, it was only used in the Gears 3 campaign by the Savage Boomers. If you didn't know what the Savage Lokis were, they're pretty much... So, you know in Fortnite, how they've got the new Marauders out? They're like them. They're like, they've just gone rogue. And, yeah, now they're fighting their own battle. Against everyone, pretty much. And the Digger fires a singular grenade, which is actually a little creature called a Digger, which were enslaved by the Locusts to follow their orders to burrow underground. Right, this grenades creature burrows underground, right, comes out, explodes. It was so cool. So good looking. I've never seen it in a Weapons King because it wasn't in Gears 4 either. Neither were many of these weapons actually. Were any of them? Not that I'm aware of. But yeah, they were just so cool. Because it was like a little creature being fired out by a creature to kill a creature. That's pretty cool if you ask me. But anyway, moving on to number 2. It's my personal favourite on this list. It's got to be the Sawed-Off Shotgun. Now this thing is beautiful. Now don't try and correct me and say it's the Sawed-Off Shotgun, because it says S-A-W-E-D, sword. That is sword. Not as in a stabby sword, as in it's been sawed off, which is what it's called, Sawed-Off Shotgun. So don't try and correct me, alright? Get done. I don't think it's going to correct me, but anyway. Just because usually it's known as a Sawed-Off. But anyway, this was sick because it fired 2 shots, proper quick if you wanted to, or you could just do the one. And you could use it instead of a Gnasher at the start. Now, I reckon it would be a pickup weapon, just like the Hammer Burst. But this, other than the Hammer of Dawn, was the strongest handheld weapon in the game, from my understanding. Obviously in primarily close range, like proper close, like you have to be able to smell their ass if you want to get a good kill. But these could one-hit maulers, little corpses, ragers, canters, beasts and beast riders. You know, they could do any of it, which I thought was sick. And yeah, it's something you don't want to encounter around the corner because you're getting stuffed. As you can see in the gameplay, you can see I do quite a bit of work with it. Anyway, in the number 1 spot is going to be the Breach Shot, the Markser that the Locusts turned into their own sort of hunting rifle because it doesn't have a scope. And this is the gun that Krav Jamat used. That's what he was so good with. He didn't use a long shot. Oh no, he was a sexy, classy man. And this has a blade on the end, right? No scope. It's got its own bloom, and it was so sick. It had its own crosshair and everything, and it was so sick. But anyway, Thank you. Okay, we're back. Basically, I'm just showing you a Gears of War 5 clip. Just because my recording cut out. All I wanted to say was thank you for watching. Goodbye. Make sure that you stay inside unless you have to go out, or you stay 2 meters apart. Make sure to wash your hands. And make sure to hit the subscribe button. Yes, lads.